Hello everybody, my name is Harold Games and welcome back to episode number 18 of my NCAA Basketball Imperialism series. Hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. We are slowly getting to the end of Imperialism. We're down to 38 teams on the wheel, depending on if some teams are on the wheel and some teams are not. But on here, it looks like we have a little bit more than 38 teams. Just by eyeballing it, but yeah, we're getting down there. We've gotten into the round of 64. We're almost down to the round of 32 now. If you guys do not remember what happened in the last episode, make sure you check it out because this beginning land looks a lot different. I'm just gonna double check that I'm recording. Sorry guys. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. No, here we go. Yeah. See, we're down to 38 teams. I forgot to delete Arizona during the last episode, so I did that off camera, and I can't, for some reason, get rid of this. So we're down to 38 teams, potentially less. But before I get started with the video, with Imperialism, make sure you guys check out NattyKash. Amazing channel. He is doing really well in this series. He is getting a lot of followers, and he deserves it. He deserves it because he is like the OG creator of Imperialism for NCAA basketball. From what I've seen, he has way more teams than I do. So yeah, make sure you check him out. His channel will be in the description of single one of these videos. So that way you can get to this page and watch his channel or watch his videos like that. He also has some car mechanic simulators that you could check out. So yeah, well, hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. And let's get started. If you guys do not know what Imperialism is, make sure you check out NattyKash's first video or my first video to really get an idea. But you'll probably pick it up pretty quickly. So yeah, so the San Diego Aztecs, here they are, or San Diego State Aztecs. They own that land, and they also own Hawaii. So, well, if they lose, then Hawaii will be going to another team. If they win, then they will keep Hawaii and they'll expand on. They have some teams they can go up against. They can go up against the Lopes, New Mexico, who they expanded last time, or Gonzaga, which if Gonzaga loses, their land, that's a lot of land to lose. That's potentially half the United States. They'll be going southeast though, which from the logo that I guess that's going to be the Lopes. San Diego State against the Lopes. Now I do not know exactly what the full team name is of the Lopes is, so I'm gonna have to look up what exactly that team is. Grand Canyon Lopes. I didn't realize that was Grand Canyon's team. But San Diego State, not. Here we go. Went up against Grand Canyon University, the Lopes. They should be on here. They were a tournament team this year, so can't really mess with them. But San Diego State does have the home court advantage. But the Lopes take it. Wow, we're already starting out the video with a nice upset. Both teams are tournament teams, but San Diego State is in the Elite Eight right now. They're doing bits. They beat Alabama, but Lopes, they will start off their Imperialism. This is their first time defending with a victory, and just like that, they will get Hawaii. So, congratulations to the Lopes, to the Aztecs. Unfortunately, your run is done, but you're having a nice real life tournament run, so you gotta be proud of that. But yeah, the Lopes, Grand Canyon does their job in their first game. Also, my drawing or if my mouse movements are weird, my mouse broke. It broke in the stupidest way possible. If you guys don't know how it broke, there's a little segment, or there's not a segment, but there's a little part where I talk about it. I didn't want to talk about how it broke at first, but I was like, I'll just talk about it. It's nothing like embarrassing. It's just like I don't know how it broke like it did. It's like in pieces right now, but somehow working. There you go, Lopes land, and then we will go to Hawaii, and we'll highlight Hawaii with Lopes. And also, real quick, the winner of the series, I will buy a T-shirt of the winning team. I won't do that on camera because I don't want to expose anything like information of my debit stuff. But I assure you, when it does come in, I'll like record like a 30-second video and attach it at the end of this series. Just be like, "Hey, my shirt arrived." Or what I can do is, nah, never mind. But basically, whoever wins, I'll buy a shirt of the basketball team merch off of Amazon, because Amazon will have a better stock and probably have better size opportunities. But yeah, oh no, hold on, we gotta fill in this part of Grand Canyon's land. Almost forgot to do that. I already started out the video with another massive land change, and that's how it's gonna be from pretty much here on out. We're gonna spend a lot more time drawing. If you guys don't know, these videos are gonna be unedited, so you guys can see how tedious it can get at times with the drawing. I'm not putting in as much effort in my drawing as NattyKash is, because he's making sure he keeps the state borders alive. I'm just kind of getting rid of everything. So, yeah. That's why I say make sure you give him a lot of love, because when I watch his videos, it looks like he takes about 2 hours per video, just condenses it down to just 20 minutes in editing. I'm assuming a lot of that is based off of one, finding where teams are at, and two, drawing them pretty accurately. Yeah, Grand Canyon wins. We're down to 37 teams. My goal for this episode will hopefully get under 30 teams, which in an hour that should be plausible with the few remaining teams we have left. But UConn will get a chance to expand, and there are quite a bit of UConn fans that have seen my video or that have seen my videos. So hopefully, for your sake, they'll win. They'll win and they'll move on south, play against that werewolf-looking team. I'm not an expert in terms of college basketball teams, small teams. Stony Brook. UConn against Stony Brook, but I know all the Big Ten teams logos. I know a lot of teams logos. You just gotta give me some time to look at it. And that's another beautiful thing about Imperialism. You're learning more teams logos just like that. So that's another good thing about Imperialism. But yeah, Stony Brook. Hopefully you're on here. Please tell me you're on here. Yes, you're okay. I expect UConn to pick up the win. They do a 30-point win. Stony Brook just really never had a chance. So UConn, you're a UConn fan, your team survives. Just like that. Huskies, a little bit bigger. In terms of landmass. Oh my gosh. There we go again with butchering the borders. Do my best not to fill in this region. Also, if you're like this little fan thing, it's my tablet for some reason is not liking all my tabs open. Dang it. So, yeah. So sorry about that. It wasn't intended, but it's happening. So Stony Brook is done. I don't think Stony Brook is on here. Yeah, we only have the Santa Clara Broncos, which I don't even think they are on here. But we'll just continue on the spins. And the Bearcats. They're moving on. Or they aren't moving on. We got to see who they play against. I think they've played one. Yeah, it looks like they've had a chance to expand. As their logos like broken. Seems like. So our next spin will be to the northeast, which from the logo. See, part of it is cut off, so I'm going to count Dayton. I'm going to count that as Dayton. I'll make sure that that's Dayton's logo. It should be. It's Dayton's. So yeah, Cincinnati against Dayton. The reason is I'm counting down as Dayton is because I butchered the drawing. Yeah, Cincinnati going up against Dayton. This could be one that I could see Dayton winning. And it's a 1-point victory by Cincinnati. It looked like Cincinnati had a giant lead, like 20 at one point. And just continue to go on scoring droughts. Looks like Dayton led at one point at the very beginning. They couldn't, and it looks like they had like a last-second shot, maybe a last-second three to lose by 1. But Cincinnati does win. They'll get an interesting expansion. I'm sure if I didn't butcher the drawing, it would look a little bit better. We'll just kind of like do like this. Still, it's an interesting expansion based off of how Dayton's land is laid out. And also, real quick, not regarding imperialism, but not in college. When I'm done with college basketball, that's not going to be it for imperialism. We're probably going to move on to a professional sport, but there is still college football, which that has 126 teams on it. We're not going to include FCS unless I find a good, legit map online with FCS teams on it. It looks like we're going to get Weber State finally getting their first chance. I remember, I'm going to open up that. I did see one person, or maybe two people cheer for Weber State. We'll see who they will play. They'll be attacking Northeast, which I think that's Wyoming. Yeah, that's Wyoming's land, part of Wyoming's land. Weber State against Wyoming. We will see who can pick up the win. This will be easy to find because it's 2 W's. Weber State went up against Wyoming. This could actually be a good game. One that I could see Weber State winning, and unfortunately I don't win. They lose by 27. Wow. It was tied at one point. Maybe Weber State led by 1, but Wyoming just never trailed. So unfortunately for the people who wanted Weber State to move on, they will not, and Wyoming will continue their expansion a little bit southwest. For Weber State, unfortunately, 1 and done, but you last this far, even though you didn't have to do anything to this point. It's a bit of luck, and congratulations, you earned yourself a top 35, 36 team. You're at least lasted through the first round of like my mini tournament, because I consider these last 64 teams part of like the final round of 64 tournament. Yeah, Wyoming wins. Weber State, I don't think they're on the wheel, so we probably won't. I don't know why I said that considering they're Literally the team that was landed on. Canisius College. Folding Griffins. What the heck? Canisius. I also hate. But they are on here. This has to be Northeast. Oh, they're by Buffalo. They're up there. I only think we have 2 teams up here. Oh, no, they are up here. Wow. Canisius is up there. But Buffalo isn't. I don't know if they have a I think they do have a basketball team. I just don't know why they aren't on there. They're attacking to the northeast, which that is going to be unfortunately Penn State. So gotta hope if you're a Canisius fan that your team can somehow pull off one of the biggest upsets. And again, I don't know how good Canisius is in real life, so this could not be as much of an upset as I think if Canisius does win. In terms of how well Penn State played this year, I'd expect Penn State to wipe the floor, and then they do. Jeez, 49-point victory. So yeah, that happens. Okay. Well, this is once again going to get a little bit awkward with the land. I'm just going to draw a little bit of a border. Oh, dang it. Not this. A little bit of a border like that. It's going to get awkward with the land, and yeah. Just looks like there's going to be no border in the United States there. That's why I hate how this is colored white. If it wasn't, then this would be pretty easy to maneuver. But now I believe that's Niagara Falls University. They only have one team, and that's Penn State in front of them. The ECS is down. We're down to 35 teams, and looks like we're going to get into the round of 32 in this episode. And Xavier, that's a big team. They're going to get a chance to play. They own quite a bit of this part. And now that I'm thinking, I might have not have been Dayton. Hold on. I want to see what that team is. Oh, never mind. Kenzie, I don't know. Who will Xavier be playing against? East, Southeast. Is that more east? It's kind of split in the middle, but at least it's not a lot. Yeah, it's going to be Penn State. It's part of Penn State's land, so Xavier against Penn State. This is going to be a big yikes. Xavier against Penn State. This will quite literally be a big battle for a huge part of land, and Penn State a 1-point game win, and again it wasn't really a last second shot, but it was a clutch shot, and Micah Shrewsbury and then the Lions, they will continue on, and unfortunately for Xavier fans, it might have been unfair to assume that was Penn State, but I'm pretty sure that would have been Penn State. We're gonna have a bit of a land problem here. I actually won't have to worry about boarding it because it's the same color, same white. I can just draw a black border in between and call it a day. First, I'm gonna connect that. There we go. Kind of draw a black border. Probably didn't do it how I should have done. So now I still have to fill in this part. White, there we go. So Dukenzie, however you say that team, is now literally surrounded by Penn State. If we land on them, if they're even on the wheel, which I'll have to look. I will look when we get down to like the Sweet 16 of the video. I will look and see if teams need to be deleted off of the wheel, which will suck because it won't really feel like the Sweet 16 if like 4 or 5 teams are not supposed to be on the wheel. But jeez, well, we're gonna have to fix that border again. Actually, that is a slightly different shade of white. Look at, oh my gosh, I did it again. Stop destroying the border. Oh my gosh, I'm destroying everything. No, it's late. I'm tired, and I just want to stop messing up this border. There we go. I am tired, but I'm trying to clutch out these videos for you guys. There you go. Penn State. If they beat this Duquesne's team, then we will give them a logo update. But till then, we'll keep it like that. Xavier's gone. We're down to 34 teams. And Niagara, the Purple Eagles. Can they only play against one team? They can, only against Penn State. So Penn State will get a third team, or a third game in a row. They will go up against Niagara this time. Now, if Niagara wins, I feel like this is rigged. Oh my gosh, a 2-point win. Penn State almost choked it because Niagara was kind of down. Look at this. 16-point lead, and you choke that to Niagara. Niagara of all teams. Just kind of filling the border here, and then we'll just not much land to get rid of, but it is land nonetheless. And we'll just kind of get rid of this and we'll add on the border. There we go. Penn State, they win 3 in a row or 2 in a row. As the Niagara goes down, we're down to 33 teams. The wheel's getting really easy to read. The map is getting really easy to read. And Notre Dame, you guys don't know where Notre Dame's at. They have a nice chunk of land. They are going to be looking to expand. We're going southeast, which that is going to be technically this little part of Cincinnati. Yeah, that's technically a little part of Cincinnati. So Notre Dame against Cincinnati. This could be big. Hoping Cincinnati wins, so Northwestern doesn't have to deal with Notre Dame. But Cincinnati, if they win, they got to be a good team. I know they're good in football. I don't know how they are in basketball. And they do pick up a 12-point win. Wow! So Notre Dame is done. And Cincinnati, of course, another one of those things where the logo is bad because I don't know how to color properly. One of those things, but this is actually quite a bit of land that Cincinnati's going to pick up here. Quite a bit of land. We'll apologize for the Sparty. And I'm going to get a bit worried for Northwestern because that is a nice chunk of land. And they are in range of being attacked. They're in range of getting attacked by a lot of teams, though. Eastern Illinois is still on here. Indiana hasn't defended / attacked in quite a long time. What we're going to do is we are going to select the logo first. We'll kind of move it out of the way, and what we will do is we will draw over the logo of Notre Dame. There we go. That way it's easier to There we go. Dang it. Okay, well, oh my gosh. Okay, well. We're gonna control Z that. We're gonna make this logo look a little bit better than being like completely cut off. So we will properly color in. So we don't destroy this Cincinnati logo. Just have to slightly alter the top. That's all we had to do. There we go. So it still looks a bit odd, but that's all. That's about as good as I can do with the logo. That's already broken. That seems like. Yeah, the more bigger land masses we get, the longer it's gonna take for me to draw. It sucks at times because it's not easy, and sometimes your hand can get a bit of a cramp, or your hand could, I don't know, not function the way you want it to at times, and get like a weird drawing thing. Just realized that was pretty inappropriate. Yeah. Congratulations to Cincinnati for their win and taking out Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I haven't heard their name in terms of basketball for a while. I don't know how good they are. I don't know what conference they're in. We're actually going to expand this Cincinnati logo. That deserves an expansion. Maybe it'll look better expanded. Cincinnati, Notre Dame is done. We're up to the round of 32. And George Mason is going to get is going to be our first team to play in the round of 32. Right here, which team will they be attacking? Northeast. From the logo, that is UMBC. So UMBC against George Mason. Remember, UMBC got their first. They had to defend their land, which they did successfully. They beat, I think it was Villanova. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do in this video, or in this video and in this game. And George Mason with a 6-point victory gets rid of UMBC Cinderella run. They can only not last one run. It's George Mason, their little empire. It's going to continue. They have a nice little thing going for them. Since that is a white color, we don't have to worry about really destroying Penn State's land since the color is white. But we will have to worry about that logo, that one team, pretty heavily. We will like really lower this down properly. So like an eagle-like team, and then we will kind of like put this back up. Bang. We also got to make sure we don't kill Temple. Temple is still alive in the tournament. They aren't dead. Yeah, this is a nice little bit of land that George Mason's getting. Congratulations to them. And to UMBC, your run is done. It was a nice little run. You upset a pretty big powerhouse team. There's nothing to be ashamed of there. Here we go again, being stupid with a drawing. But yeah, nice little run for UMBC. It was only one run, but still, it wasn't bad. We're also going to have to be careful with this temple logo, like I said. Jeez, I butchered the beginning of it. Do our best. There we go. We'll kind of draw around it so we don't have to worry about cutting off more than what should be cut off. Yeah. Temple is now surrounded by the green. Remember, Temple, if we land on Temple, then they have to play George Mason because they can't land on anything else. They're landlocked. Once again, the logo is a bit weird. Again, for George Mason, congratulations to them. They're starting to make themselves known in this tournament. Pretty nice land expansion. I'm slowly butchering part of that. I'm slowly butchering all the logos, but it's tough to keep everything clean. That's the only thing that NattyKash does well. Is he keeps everything clean. I'm kind of like wild. My goal was to get out of 30 teams this episode, and that's going to be easily achievable. George Mason, I'll wait if they beat Temple or another team around them that gets them bigger, then I'll expand them. But George Mason moves on. And UMBC, if they are on here, then they are done, but I don't see them. So, let's continue the spins. UC San Diego Trians is a good team name, but you're not on the wheel. Or you're not supposed to be on the wheel. Florida A&M Rattlers. I don't think they're on the wheel, but we will double check this. Or on the... My neck is giving me issues. Where are they? Florida A&M, yeah, they're not on the wheel. 30 teams now. Utah Utes. That is a team that we could. That is a team that we could spin. That we could. Oh, jeez. That is a team that we could look at. Here's Utah. Weird land mass right now, but wherever they play against us, they somehow get the correct angle to hit Denver. They are going to be battling for a lot of land. And that looks like it's going to be Wyoming. It is. So Wyoming against Utah. A Utah win would definitely put them right on the map. So Utah against Wyoming. There we go. And Wyoming takes care of business, beating the Utes. Never trailed in this game. So Wyoming, they will continue their expansion. They've already expanded. It looks like only once. It might have been via defense, not attacking. Cannot remember. Again, you guys will remember. have it, but yeah. So congratulations to Wyoming for continuing on, and for Utah, your run had to come to an end, unfortunately, but still it was a short run, but you stayed in, you got up to the round of 32. So congratulations to you guys. For Utah, your run to the Sweet 16 is potentially continuing. So unlike real life, even if you win around a 32 game on Imperialism, you might have to play the next game. Nothing is guaranteed of Imperialism. Wyoming, they start the beginning nice of a land mass change. Utah is done. We're down to 29 teams left on the wheel. And we're gonna have Duke going up today, and this could be big. Duke, they have some teams around them. Where will the arrow spin for them? Directly west, which that is going to be Virginia Tech, the Hokies, against Duke. Duke will get home court advantage. Not much of a land mass change, but if Duke wins, but I'm hoping Virginia Tech can pull off the upset here, because I don't really want to have to get a Duke shirt. My dad likes Duke, and Duke will win. They win by 13. So they will expand even further west, take over Virginia Tech's land. I don't know what this team is. The team is next to Virginia Tech, the yellow team. I'm going to look them up. I've never seen that team before. I don't think unless that's supposed to be Maryland. That could be Maryland. In which that case, I'm probably going to have to add them onto the wheel. I don't think Maryland's on the wheel, but I thought Maryland already played, which I could be wrong. I've been wrong quite a bit in this series. Go. Unfortunately for the Hokies, you were done after I think just 2. I think that was just your second chance to attack. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. So we will look up what that team is next to Virginia Tech, just in case. VMI. Don't know what VMI is. Virginia Tech is gone. Looks like VMI is not on here, so we'll just add VMI on here. And we get Mississippi State. So Mississippi State, they have expanded quite a bit at times. They've pulled off some nice upsets. I realize there are probably more than 30 teams on the wheel, considering you have Alabama State. You have this team. I don't think Western Kentucky's on there. So hopefully we can get these teams that are not on the wheel eliminated before the Sweet 16. That does not look like the case. Looks like we're going to have a Wofford battle here. Yeah, that's Wofford. I could consider that Presbyterian. You know, I'm going to consider that Presbyterian. It's like, yeah, that's Presbyterian. Mississippi State against Presbyterian. regardless of how far we get in this video, if we get down to 16 teams, we can see what's on the wheel and what's not on the wheel. We'll either add on the wheel or subtract from the wheel. But yeah, I think Presbyterian's on. Yeah, they're on here. Assuming Mississippi State's gonna win, and yeah, Presbyterian had no chance. They averaged a point per minute in this game, and that's just a little dinky expansion for the Bulldogs. You gotta expand somewhere. I figured this matchup would be better than Wofford. I mean, it was more east than south. That's why I considered it Presbyterian. You'll see a Presbyterian is on here. They are not. So we'll continue to spin. That is good that we're not eliminating. There's Houston Baptist Huskies. Now, I don't believe there's a Husky on. I don't believe that's a Husky. I don't believe Houston Baptist is on this map, but we will find out where they are. And I think this is them. Houston Baptist next to Rice and Texas Southern and such. But if you look on here, they are not on here, so that is not good for us. Next team to play, though, is Indiana. The Hoosiers. They have a nice little chunk of land right here. They've expanded, I think, twice. They've gone west, and I think they took over Purdue's land. Or not Purdue, Illinois' land. Who will they be playing against? They'll be going northeast, which I think that is, yeah, Cincinnati. So I'm assuming Indiana's going to win this one, but we will have to see. The Hoosiers. This could be a huge shift in land for either team. For Cincinnati, this would be huge. Also get rid of a Big Ten team. Oops, not Chicago State. Cincinnati. And, oh my gosh, 16-point win for the Bearcats. Wow. And just like that, that's a Big Ten team off the board. And Cincinnati's getting scary. They are getting scary. They are getting pretty scary. Very scary. Also, is that Mississippi State's land? Oh my gosh. They've expanded up into Illinois. I didn't realize they expanded up that far. But now we won't really have to worry about this white section. And Mississippi State, they could be one of those teams. We're getting to the point where massive land upsets are going to be amazing to see happen. Where you're getting to that point, because Gonzaga can lose. I mean, a lot of things could happen. Hopefully, okay, it's gonna look weird close up because of the border. This weird border. Just outline that. Kind of get rid of it. That way it's not like messing with me. There we go. And with that, we will continue to expand Cincinnati. Cincinnati's logo. That might be a little too big. Yeah, it's a little too big. There we go. That'll work. We actually expand it a little bit more. Yep. There we go. There's Cincinnati's logo. Hoosiers are off the board. On the 28 teams. 15 minutes left in the video. There's still enough time. Brown, I believe they are not supposed to be on the wheel anymore. I believe they lost. We'll double check. Brown, no, they're not supposed to be on the wheel. Here by Providence. Yeah, no, not on the wheel. So we'll remove them. Number 27. I'm going to turn them down. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, Cincinnati, the Bearcats, they will continue to try and expand southeast, which that, oh my gosh, that is Penn State. No matter how far you go, that is going to be Penn State. Oh my gosh. If Cincinnati somehow wins, we could have another Big Ten team off the board. Cincinnati against Penn State. Or Penn State will continue to reign, and oh boy, it's a blowout win for Penn State. Sad way for the Bearcats to go out. How does this work? Do this. Okay. What is the logo when I controls it? Yeah, I think we're just going to have to fill in. That's going to suck, but it's going to look weird by the lake, so just going to do that. Go. Kind of draw black water at the lake. Doesn't look dumb. Micah Shrewsbury in Penn State. He's not with Penn State anymore, but he's with Notre Dame now. He just signed there a few days ago. But in this world, he is still head coach. There we go. There is the land change, and it's going to look weird with the lake. It's not going to look like a... It's not going to look appropriate yet. In terms of... Yeah. We'll just have to kind of like make our own makeshift border for the lake. So I hate this. I hate white land. The white land color. Oh my gosh, and that's gonna suck because okay, I thought for a second I was gonna do it. Won't keep it. I'm gonna blame it on the mouse, not my hand going crazy. Totally not my hand. Totally the mouse. Broken mouse that I broke in the most weird and the stupidest way ever. Okay, I'm slowly destroying that Eastern Illinois logo, so I gotta be careful. And I continue destroying the other logos. This is what happens when I make it smaller. I just kind of like go crazy. This is a massive piece of land for Penn State. Massive piece of land. You know what's gonna suck if like let's say Penn State wins this entire thing. You know how bad that's gonna look on the entire map? It's just gonna be a white. It's literally not gonna be anything. We're gonna have to take time to just draw a border of the United States if Penn State wins. So please, Penn State lose like the next game or something. I'd rather take 5 minutes drawing in land for another team than beat you than having to take 20 minutes drawing a border the entire United States to make the final map look decent. There we go. And now I have to somehow do like a makeshift border of like Michigan. That looks decent. Kind of go all the way up here. Yeah, that looks decent. That actually looks good. Yeah, Penn State moves on. Cincinnati. It's done just like that. Next team to attack is getting Duke again. That's the thing, you're going to get a lot more teams getting multiple attempts per video. And who will Duke be attacking? Southwest, which I believe is Wofford, and that is Wofford, so we will see if Duke can collect Florida, pretty much, and a lot of other parts, or if Wofford can do the unthinkable and knock out a powerhouse. That would home court advantage in that arena. Yeah, 23-point victory. That was expected. Wofford did have a nice little 6-point lead, but give John Shaver, or Shaver, however you say his name, timeout. Just like that, you're down. Do my best not to destroy that team. But that team is called Upstate Carolina. And obviously that's Furman. Out of that, oh well. I knew that before the tournament, so. Yeah, Duke with a nice little expansion, or with a nice, not a nice little expansion, that's a huge expansion that they get. I don't know why I'm spending time making this look decent. I haven't spent time making stuff look decent on this imperialism thing really at all. Still, it's funny how much land that Duke is gonna take away from a team that probably shouldn't have this land. Wofford. We still have a lot of teams that have yet to play, like Arizona or Alabama State. Tulane has played, but they've only expanded once, which seems like forever ago. Louisiana Lafayette has not played in what seems like a long time. These last two Florida teams, Bethune-Cookman, they actually own a lot more land than that. Crap. I don't remember how much land they own. Shoot. Okay. Before we finish filling out that, we're gonna do this. Oh, jeez. We're just gonna do it like that because I think it was kind of like that. I did not realize that. It's probably gonna be in the comments. So I noticed it. Don't worry. I cut off Embry Riddle. There we go. I still think that's Embry Riddle. I mean, I don't understand what other team that would be. That looks like Embry Riddle. I didn't realize Bethune-Cookman's stuff got cut off. But yeah, this Duke border was expected, so. And I've destroyed Key West ever since the start. So yeah, Bethune-Cookman and Embry-Riddle's delaying the entire state of Florida being controlled by one team. Which I don't even have any confidence in Embry-Riddle. That's why I'm kind of like butchering their logo, but that's come to bite me multiple times before. So it'll probably come back to bite me again. Yeah. And unfortunately, because of all the land masses change, we're only going to have time for just 2 more spins in this video. But I am tired. As you can see, it's 1:43 a.m. Oh, thank goodness that didn't destroy anything. I just have to draw over this logo. Massify this. There we go. Okay. And we're going to keep Duke just in this corner because there's still a lot of nice little teams in there that could play against. We'll get rid of Wofford. Just 2 more spins on this for this episode. North Florida Ospreys. That actually could be done. Not Embry-Riddle. It might be done. North Florida Ospreys. Men's basketball. That is done. So that's not Embry-Riddle. Oh jeez. So North Florida Ospreys, they can technically play against Bethune-Cookman, but it looks like Duke is probably gonna be like the team that they play against. And yeah, it's to be expected. Not Duke. So North Florida against Duke. I'm assuming Duke is gonna take this one easily, but with the way this series has gone at times, you never know. And if that happens, then I'm gonna be really upset. Please, Duke, don't do this. Oh my gosh. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, I'm happy because I'm not going to get a Duke shirt. But North Florida, out of all teams, where they have like a beak, that's all they have on the logo that I took. Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. This can't be real. This cannot be real. How in the world is North Florida, of all teams, to this point? And like I said, I absolutely butchered their logo. And it came back to bite me. I literally just said it's probably going to come back to bite me. What happens? It comes back to bite me massively in the butt. And Duke's run. Look at all this land that Duke had. They lost to an Osprey. They lost to the Ospreys. All their hard work to the Ospreys. And I don't know if home court advantage like really means anything in that simulator, but there's no way home court advantage would have given North Florida a double-digit win over Duke. I feel like more Duke fans would have shown up to see that game than North Florida fans. That's my opinion. And I'm butchering this logo too, and part of Furman's logo, so I'm assuming whoever they play against, which is probably going to be North Florida, they're going to win. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we still have one more spin that I want to do. Unbelievable. I honestly can't believe it. How in the world? I don't even know. You gotta be bad to lose. And the Ospreys are up 500. They lost to a team called Bellarmine. Or Bellarmine. How do we pronounce it? So now Bethune-Cookman is literally the only other team in Florida that could play. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna let's see how the fill is. What does the fill do? Okay, that's good. Doesn't destroy any teams. Keeps these two teams alive. Keeps HPU alive. 2 Blue Devil logos gone. And we are going to gather, somehow try to gather this logo and make it look somewhat decent. Just a hawk beak. Which is unbelievable. And literally the only team left in Florida now is Bethune-Cookman. And a massive powerhouse is off the table. And with that, we are just going to do one more spin to end this video. And Stall Explorers. I don't think that is a team on the wheel, but we will double check. So, where do they play? Play up here. They play again. Play near Villanova. Villanova's already gone. And oh, this could be them. What are they? No, that's not them. Explorers. The other team is like a Eagle. Green Eagle up by Temple. Where's Temple at? Why can't I find Temple? That's embarrassing. Bro, where the heck is Temple? Like, seriously. Temple. I just want to see what that one team is. That might be them. No, that can't be. LaSalle Explorers and Basketball. No, that's not them. No, that looks different. So this will be the final spin of the video. And it is Providence. We know Providence is on here. Oh, jeez. There is Providence, the Flyers. They have quite a few teams they could play against. If somehow they play against Penn State and win, I'm going to be really upset, but it's possible, and this is Imperialism, so I can't go north, so we'll just spin again. Okay, well, what's that? Please, is that Sienna? Yeah, that's going to be Sienna, so we'll make it Providence against Sienna. Providence, I wonder if Sienna is even on here. It might not be even be Sienna. It is Sienna. I'm just expecting Providence to win this game. What happened? Okay. Yeah, they beat Siena pretty handily. 15-point victory. Sorry, 25-point victory. Never close. And Providence takes care of Siena. Just like that. There we go. I don't think Siena is on here, but we'll just check. No. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this video, everyone. Real quick, or actually not real quick. I'll get rid of the teams that shouldn't be on here. And I'll add the teams that should be on here. So that way we get an accurate wheel. Let me make sure I'm still recording. So this is embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, let's zoom out. Let's see this the new updated map. So here it is. In terms of big land masses, Penn State is definitely taking control, and North Florida, the Ospreys, doing the unthinkable. Grand Canyon, I believe Grand Canyon kicked us off with a win. But yeah, teams are starting to take shape. We're down to this is gonna change from now to the next time you see this video, because I'm gonna add teams that should be added, and I'm gonna subtract teams that should not be on the wheel. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video, everyone. I believe this is part 18. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out NattyKash's channel to see his playthrough. Hope you guys stay safe. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.